Yo, what is up? It is Capz, Deekz, and Shadez, and we are back with another video. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are not in another strange dimension. We have released 2 videos now in under a week, which is quite shocking for us, bearing in mind that we normally do the live stuff. But we're trying to push heavy for WrestleMania and continue to do that after WrestleMania. So please bear with us. We appreciate all the subscription, the views, the comments, the likes, not just on YouTube, but obviously on X and on TikTok, which are both of them are doing really well and blowing up. So thank you. As you can see by the graphic, no main event for Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair. Now look, this is going to be, I believe, between the 3 of us at least, controversial, and I don't think we're all going to have an agreement in what's happening with WrestleMania. And I'm not talking about the card itself, I'm talking about certain things to do with WrestleMania and what they represent. So guys, how are you? Are you both good?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Good. Lovely. Alright, so let's just jump into this, alright? So, firstly, we've all seen, this is recording of the 30th of the 3rd, so of March. We've all seen what's happened on Raw and SmackDown. CM Punk gets his golden goose moment. He signs the document. I like the document signing on SmackDown. I think it was good. We get the zoom in of CM Punk with a little tear in his eye, knowing that he's main event in WrestleMania.
You could see the raw emotion of CM Punk.
Yes.
Just how much it means to get what he wanted.
Unfortunately, though, I don't think this is the right call. Not at all. And I think Deekz kind of agrees with me in terms of why. So, yeah, let's get into it. Shadez, firstly, thoughts on who's Cody versus Cena is basically Night 2's main event, okay? Fine.
Well, yeah.
Night 1's main event
Is now CM Punk.
Who should main event it? Who should it be?
See, I don't think that a title needs to be the main event every year round. Let's go back in the past to Undertaker defending the streak. It's not, even if it's not a streak or a title, you've had main event matches that were just the standard one-on-one. Whether it had a stipulation in was a different story.
Right.
So it has been done before.
Okay. I will agree to certain matches having a magnitude of they are bigger than a title. Alright? I am not disagreeing in any way, shape or form that some matches are bigger than a title. Rock versus Hogan, bigger than a title. Right? CM Punk versus The Undertaker should have been the main event of that WrestleMania. Wasn't. Okay? I agree, certain matches should main event a WrestleMania. The fact that we have 2 nights now of a WrestleMania means we have 2 attempts to get a main event that I think the fans should get, or a match should main event. Alright? This is my argument and this is my problem. So, Jey Uso is going on to face Gunther. Alright, we know this. We've had the build up for this. I've enjoyed the idea of Jimmy kind of coming into the fold and adding a little extra to the story. I've really liked it. He was a Royal Rumble winner. Now Charlotte Flair is going against Tiffany Stratton. She was also a Royal Rumble winner. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but does the quote say the winner of the Royal Rumble match will go on to face their champion in the main event at WrestleMania?
Yes, it does.
So why are we saying that the winner of the Royal Rumble will main event at WrestleMania when neither of these 2 people who won the Royal Rumble are now not main event in WrestleMania? I don't get that.
Both these players have been overlooked all because of Punk, and he wants his main event. Wait another year.
Hang on. I'll get to that in a second. Shades, what were you going to say? Just to
Double
cover
main event night.
But they're always double main events. That's the problem. Every night's a double main.
Now it really boils down to the whole double main event on a night one, double main event and night two.
Okay. So do you think this
It would
be before this, or do you think this match, Gunther and Jay, should be before this?
I would do it this way. I would have the men's triple threat match on night one, and then as one main event, and the second main event of the night, let it be the title.
Which one?
And then on the second night, you'll have...
Which title were you saying, sorry? Gunther and Jay? Or Tiffany and Charlotte?
Gunther and Jay. And then on the next night, so the title goes last, the first night. Mm-hmm. And then on the second night, the title goes the match before Cena.
So this one, and then goes into this one after.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem.
That's the most logical solution.
Which I agree with. But this is the problem what we fall into, right? You look at these two guys, Gunther and Jay. I love Jey Uso, by the way. Right? We know that on this channel. I'm a huge Uso fan. Okay? I have been since before they were wearing paint. Right? Way back. Now, the problem is this. Gunther and Jay have their match. Jay won Rumble, right? So technically, Jay is entitled. He's entitled to his spot. He's entitled to his moment, right? But he's going to be outshined by these three. Now, this is the issue. I respect the idea that these three go on last. I love the idea of CM Punk getting his WrestleMania main event, right? But I don't like the fact that this build has happened since when? A month? We've had a month build on it. We know full well that CM Punk and Seth Rollins have had issues. We know Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have had issues. The only issue that we've had recently between Roman and Punk is due to Paul Heyman. Obviously, they've started at...
which is a decent issue to have.
Right, which is fine. That started, what was the War Games? Obviously, with the CM Punk stuff and the ego bits and all that with him and Roman. They shake hands, they have their moment, great. Now things are starting to unfold. Now, I'm not against them having a match. The idea of seeing this match happen at a WrestleMania is mind-blowing, because 5 years ago this weren't happening. This is a different Roman, a different Seth, and a different Punk.
Let's not forget that even though Punk got the main event, that it's not the favour there's nothing to do with the favour.
Yeah. Well, we can drop a video on what we think this favour is. I think there could be a video in it.
To be honest, I thought it was getting the main event slot.
I think everyone did. But yeah, so look, let's just face it. Basically, this is the going on last. Yeah. So this is my fault. If you're not going on last at main event at the WrestleMania, right, and you're not in this match and you're not in this match, okay, where do you put this on the card? And this is my issue. Now, the World Heavyweight Championship, yeah, has a slight amount of lineage. The new version, at least, has a slight amount of lineage. Okay? So, let's say, since it's come back, we've had Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Gunther. They are the four people that have held it. Now, bearing in mind, Drew only had it for about 4 minutes. Okay? Before that, Seth had it for 300 plus days. Damian Priest had it for 118 days, and Gunther's now currently carrying it for 235 days. So now we need to ask ourselves this question. One, is Jay winning? Let's not say yes or no. Okay, so we don't want to jump into a prediction video here. But if Jay does win, then obviously Gunther loses that title. So Jay now adds to the lineage of it. Can you be talking about how credible that title needs to be and making it relevant if you put it on in the middle of the card?
Or put it on at the start of the card. If you're not going last, go out first.
Go first, exactly. So, in my opinion, this match has to go first on the card. But now the question is where? It can't go first on night 1, surely. It has to go night 2.
I think WrestleMania is kind of boiling down to a point of, if you're on the card for WrestleMania, congratulations.
That's it. Yeah, that's your reward. Deekz, I want you to weigh in here. In terms of what we're saying, Jay Gunther, we know it's now not main eventing. Should it open the complete start of WrestleMania, night 1, or should it go on night 2, opening?
For the pop from Jay, night 1 would be the best thing for him. Because it'll be first match, opening night. The crowd will be hyped as anything because Jay's mood, it makes everyone go nuts. So that'd be a good way of doing it. But to end the night being overshadowed by Roman Reigns, that's going to destroy it.
Well, the thing is, there's no stipulation for Seth, Roman and Punk. So
no.
It's literally a singles match. So there's got to be something. And
so,
this is, again,
isn't it technically a triple threat? Yeah.
Yeah, so anything goes.
So you're going to get chaos in shoot anyway.
I reckon some bloodline.
You can't have those 3 names in the ring and have a bog standard match.
Exactly. Okay.
You know, just having the name Punk in a triple threat means, you know, weapons are coming out.
Yeah.
Now you've got Seth, who hates Punk, who's got his issues with Steph. Now you've got issues with Roman, Steph and Roman. And you're telling me that there ain't going to be some barricades breaking and tables snapping and chairs bending? Oh, hell, going to break loose.
I think when it comes down to it, this is my gripe is that if they know that they're going to marquee a match that's going to be bigger, begrudgingly, I hate saying this, but bigger than the Royal Rumble winner, right, going and having their moment. If you've got a marquee match that's bigger than that, stop saying at the Royal Rumble they're going to go on and main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because that's now not
slightly. You'll get on a spot. You'll get a major spot on the card of WrestleMania.
Exactly. You get your spot. You have your championship match at WrestleMania. Like, they have to change this wording because this isn't the first time, and I guarantee it most probably isn't going to be the last time either, right? So, just out of curiosity, so are we in agreement that night 1, this should open the show?
It should do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with
That's
that.
the best way I see to kick Mania off.
Yeah, especially if Jay wins, it's a great start to Mania. Okay, so let's go. We go through the rest of the card. I'm not going to name off what's going on. Okay, this ends night 1.
Yeah.
We know this is ending night 2. So where does the other Royal Rumble winner go? They can't open night 2. So what? Do they just get lost in the shuffle now?
Oh, if Jay's getting night 1 opening, Charlotte gets night 2.
I agree. I think if it's good enough for Jay, it should be good enough. If it's good enough for the men to do it as the Rumble, then I think respectfully, the women should be treated equally in with that as well, and they should open up night 2. So I think Tiffany and Charlotte should open up night 2.
I'm happy with that. Makes sense. I'm happy with that.
It makes the most sense to me.
At least that way, if you're not opening the show, you're ending. If not ending the show, you're opening the show. Either way, you get a big pop.
I can't remember what wrestler. I think it was either Roman or Brock. And if you're not going last, go first. I can't remember who it was. It was one of those. But yeah, that's absolutely right. But yeah, look, like I said, look, I don't mind the idea of what's going on with this match, Roman, Seth, and Punk. I love the idea that it's happening. I'm just more frustrated with the fact that this match is happening. We know it's been they've been wiggling and worming their way around it and getting it to go for a while now. However, they decide, let's pull the trigger on it now at WrestleMania, fine. But should it have main evented? Honestly, I don't know.
I'll be curious to see what the actual event card is.
For me, no. For me, it should be main event. Match before main event, yeah, fine. Not main event for me.
The problem is this, man. right? And this is exactly what Shades was saying earlier. Sometimes a match is bigger than the title, right? And none of us are in disagreement with that. The problem is the match is so damn big that it has to be the main event. It's the same argument before.
It's so damn big that it can overshadow every single match on the card if it's done right.
Exactly. I mean,
even the Cena rubbish, it can overthrow it in an instant.
That's what I mean. Let's go back to The Rock and Hogan. Bro, that match was so much bigger. Whoever followed that had a real bad night.
The Rock and Hogan, you only paid your ticket to go and see one match on that night.
Yeah, I agree. That WrestleMania 18.
No one was interested in anything else other than those two squaring off in the ring.
I mean, when you go back and look at the card, I mean, granted, it's not the greatest. Okay, so we had Rock and Hogan. Following that match, there was Jazz defeated Trish and Lita in a triple threat match. And then after that, basically a split match. After the Rock and Hogan for WrestleMania 18, it was Triple H defeated Chris Jericho, who was the current champion. And
Rock and Hogan.
So tired.
Rock and Hogan overshadowed Triple H.
Yep. And then again, let's go back to I think the next one that would be, which a lot of people would say should have gone on last at the main event. Again, 4 huge names, right? And this is the problem: Undertaker versus CM Punk.
Should have been the main event.
Should have been the main event. Followed by a Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. Followed by that, John Cena and The Rock.
Again, on that night.
Like, in order, when you think about that, he's like, Cena against The Rock is a huge match. But everyone thinks that Undertaker versus Punk should have been the main event. It was so good.
You've got 7 main event matches with 2 main event slots.
Exactly.
So just change the name to WrestleMania Main Event Night 1, WrestleMania Main Event Night 2.
Yeah. And I think they also need to switch, as we were saying, switch the wording for what's going on with the Royal Rumble. Because I think these two here, I think I've been absolutely shafted with, in terms of what it is.
It's like talent show. It's like the talent show we have. You get a spot on the bill of the Royal Variety performance. No main event. You don't go first. You get a spot on the card.
Yeah, but whoever goes last is the huge name.
Yeah, so in Rumble nowadays, you don't get told main event. You should get told the same thing as other shows, whatever sport, talent show, anything. You get a spot on the card.
Yeah.
That's your shining moment. You get a spot. You get to be there.
Exactly.
You may not be the main event. You may not open. You get a spot on the card. Go and show everyone why you deserve to be at Mania.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And like I said, at the moment, the only things that are confirmed is Night 1, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens, and then the triple threat match here. And then Night 2 is the only other thing that's confirmed right now, which is Cody versus Cena. We'll get into that at a later date. But the other matches are as follows: Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. That's a night to be confirmed. Then we've got Gunther versus Jey Uso. That's obviously another night to be confirmed, and determine on what happens, I guess, with Io, Rhea, and Bianca.
That could be a triple threat at Mania.
I reckon
it should be.
Again, we don't know what's going on. It's like they've all of a sudden it's like, oh, we've got a couple of weeks till Mania. Shit, we've only got 6 matches. We've now got to fill 2 nights. Like, they know how long Mania is.
No tag time. There's no tag.
So again, we can bitch about this until we're blue in the face, man.
Thing is, you got to remember, there's still 3 weeks to fill the card.
Yeah, but this is my
Normally the card is done by now and everyone's ranting and raving and talking about that thing.
Exactly. How have we only got 6 matches for that? The 6 matches that we have now, right? It's 1 more match more than what we normally have on a damn PLE. We only ever get 5 matches.
The
Put
card
3 on
is
night
WrestleMania.
1 and put 3 on night 2 and have commercials.
The night of
Exactly.
WrestleMania is probably already planned out, ready to go. They're just waiting to fill the spots slowly. They're leaking it out
With,
slowly.
Coca-Cola advert.
Yeah, but come on, dude. Three
build up.
weeks left, and that ain't great. I mean, last
Well,
last year, we had a lot.
they need half an hour to show off their football belts.
Exactly, yeah. And what's next in the WWE store? But yeah, like again, but we
There'll
could
be
go
more
on and
matches,
rant
guaranteed.
Oh, 100%. I just think the fact that we've only got 3 weeks and they've still got about another 6 matches to release is ridiculous.
So what we're saying is tomorrow there'll be an intense rivalry start with 3 different matches. And on SmackDown there'll be another rivalry start with 3 different matches. And then just throw them onto the card and get them. Whoever gets made now is just going to get lost in the sheer kerfuffle that's going on now at Mania anyway.
The rivalries that are there already, they're waiting to release them into the match, into the card.
I know, but cool. Whoever they put on the card now, good luck.
It just feels messy. That's my concern. It just feels.
Whoever they put on the card now is going to get lost.
Especially when we've got 2 Rumble winners that are not even main eventing.
And then everyone else is just going to get lost in the shuffle.
It's just, I feel it's very clunky. But yeah, look, that's our thoughts. Anyone got any fun, like, just a quick summary, any final thoughts on...
I'll be paying attention to this, especially on Mania. Watching how much of the crowd leaves to get drinks and whatnot before all of these main events happen.
And do you know what? Annoyingly, I feel like this is going to be where people get a lot of drinks. Stratton and Flair. I feel
you know what I mean?
Have a couple filler matches.
There's always a packed house at the start. There's always a packed house at the end.
Yeah.
And so obviously, we've been to live shows, boys. People filter out and filter in during the middle of it. So whoever's in the middle.
I know, man. Wild. The whole thing's wild. But yeah, Deekz, any final thoughts?
I have, but I don't want to say them because it might be better for the video.
Alright, cool. Keep it there, and then we'll go from there. Alright, guys, this has been our opinions on who should main event WrestleMania. Obviously, we have no Jey Uso and no Charlotte there in the main event of either night 1 or night 2. I think that's very controversial, bearing in mind they were the Royal Rumble winners. However, I guess bigger names outshine. They outdraw. I understand it from a business standpoint, but it kind of, that's the case, it makes the Rumble look absolutely meaningful.
We are forgetting one thing.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, we've got Ripley and that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But hold on, you got the Elimination Chamber winner. Where do you put them?
Yeah. Well, that's Bianca Belair, isn't it?
I know, but where do you put Bianca Belair's match?
Well, we'll find out tomorrow what's going on with Ripley and Bianca. Again, it's something up in the air 3 weeks out.
But like, if you win Rumble or Elimination Chamber, wait a minute,
yeah.
I'm not going to none of them are going to main event?
So, Io Sky, Ripley and Bianca, I'm assuming that's going to be a triple threat. It's got nothing to do with a main event. Gunther versus Jay, nothing to do with a main event. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton, nothing to do with a main event.
The only one that's a guaranteed main event is the one that's leaving.
Yeah, exactly, which is this one. And obviously we'll get onto that again at another video.
This for hours, this one.
But yeah, like I'm fed up with the fact that they say the winner is going to get this, go on to main event WrestleMania, and then they don't go on to main event WrestleMania. Because you can't
Just
put
drop the main event line.
You can't put Jay versus Gunther or Tiffany versus Charlotte the second before last, and then have something outshine it. It just ain't gonna
They're
work.
matches by themselves. They're going to be good matches by themselves.
Yeah, as we said, we have to put them on first.
Yeah.
Can we quote Jey Uso's name?
Yeah,
Main event.
Main event Jey Uso and not be in the main event. It's stupid, man. It's so frustrating. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous.
Yes, my final comment will be Jimmy main event Uso
Yeah.
coming.
Jimmy, I'm not in the main event. Uso. That's what his name is.
Yeah.
Because over the last couple of shows, they've really pushed Jimmy as a singles now.
Oh, mate, don't get me started.
So we're gonna get main event Jey Uso, main event Jimmy Uso, who now also does the yeet.
Yeah. Jay, I'm not in the main event Uso, along with his twin brother, Jimmy. I'm not even at WrestleMania at the moment. But
So
I'm
if the
standing with
Usos go back to a tag team, are they the
Oh.
main event Uso yeet team, or what
Not
are
main
we
event,
trying to
are they?
accomplish here?
They're opening. Jay, I opened the show of WrestleMania Uso. That may as well be his new fucking nickname. It's ridiculous.
And because for some reason, wherever they put Jay's match, you know Jimmy's gonna pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
Because
Which is fine.
of what they're doing with Gunther. So do you have breaking news moments in the middle of the show
I don't know, man.
to try and keep retention?
I have no idea. But yeah, look, let's cut it there so obviously we can discuss a lot of this, for the prediction. Before we leave though, guys, if you can, please hit that subscribe button and that notification so you know when our next video drops. Other than that, look, enjoy your week. Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Until then, peace.